You can dye your hair in many ways, from going to a salon, from a box at the house, or through a temporary color spray. Traditional hair dyes, nevertheless, can contain possible toxic and damaging chemicals like ammonia or parabens. One way to stay away from these chemicals is through natural hair dyes, which usually use ingredients you possibly already have at home. Try the following natural hair dyes if you're looking for alternative ways to color your hair. Make sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification. 1. Carrot juice. Try carrot juice if you would like to give your hair a reddish-orange tint. Depending on the color of your hair, the tint can last for about a few weeks. To dye your hair with carrot juice, first mix carrot juice with a carrier oil like coconut or olive oil. Apply the mixture generously to your hair. Wrap your hair in plastic, and allow the mixture to set for at least an hour. Rinse with apple cider vinegar. You may repeat this the following day if the color isn't strong enough. 2. Beet juice. If you would like a deeper red tint with cooler undertones, go for beet juice instead of carrot juice. The steps for using beet juice as a natural hair dye are alike to those for carrot juice. Start by mixing beet juice with a carrier oil. Apply the mixture generously to your hair, and then you wrap your hair. Allow the mixture set for at least an hour before rinsing it out. 3. Henna. Henna is a natural plant-based dye that's traditionally used to make temporary tattoos on the skin. It can be used to dye your hair red as well. Henna comes in powder form and is perhaps the longest-lasting, most vibrant natural hair dye selection. The color can remain as long as 4 up to 6 weeks. To use henna to dye your hair, begin by mixing about 1/2 cup of henna with about 1/4 cup of water. Stir the mixture until it's fully combined and has the feel like the consistency of mashed potatoes, adding more water if needed. Cover the mixture with plastic wrap, and allow to sit for about 12 hours. It's possible it may be necessary to add more water after the 12 hours in order that it can be applied to your hair. Wash your hair without conditioning it. Wear a headband and put an oil like coconut oil along your hairline. This is so that the henna won't stain your skin. Administer the paste mixture to small sections of your combed, damp hair until your entire hair is covered. Wrap your hair in plastic and allow the color develop for at least 2 hours, and up to 6 before rinsing it out. 4. Lemon juice. Lemon juice can assist in stripping your hair of its pigment slowly, lightening it over time. It's best used to obtain sun-kissed highlights naturally. Unlike the other methods described here, which accomplish temporary color changes, the effects of using lemon juice are permanent. The pigment on the part of hair you apply lemon juice to will be gone. You can remove of this lightened hair by cutting it off. To use lemon juice to color your hair, first pour lemon juice into a spray bottle. Spray the juice generously onto your hair. Use a comb to spread and separate the juice evenly through your hair and sit outside in the sun for best results. Leave the lemon juice in for an hour at least, and then rinse it out. You can do this many times to get the desired effect if needed. It works slowly, and will likely need a few repeat sessions. 5. Coffee. A cup of hot brewed coffee can do a lot more than just give you a caffeine boost. It can help dye your hair a shade or two darker, and may even cover up some gray hair as well. In order to dye your hair with coffee. To start, brew a strong cup of dark roast coffee. Mix about 1/2 cup of coffee along with 2 tablespoons of coffee grounds and 1 cup of leave-in hair conditioner. Apply the mixture to clean, damp hair generously. Let the mixture set for an hour at least, and rinse it out when you're done. Repeat if needed. Coffee won't produce a drastic change to your hair, and it won't remain for long, but if you need a quick and affordable boost, it's a good option to give a try. 6. Sage. If you have dark brown or black hair and would like to darken it up a bit, sage is a good choice. It can deepen shades of brunette hair, and also help cover up gray hairs as well. To use sage to dye your hair. First steep between 1/2 and 1 cup of dried sage in a quart of boiling water for 30 minutes at least. The more time you let it steep, the darker the tint could be. Allow the water to cool and strain out the sage. After you rinse and towel dry your hair, pour the sage water over your hair for as much time as possible. Allow the tint to develop for 15 minutes at least before washing it out. 7. Chamomile tea. Want to lighten your hair up? Chamomile tea can assist you to do just that, and is especially successful for those who already have blonde hair. To use chamomile tea to lighten your hair. Start by steeping 1/2 cup of chamomile flowers in boiling water. Let the mixture sit for 30 minutes to steep and cool, and then strain the flowers out. After you wash your hair, pour the brewed tea through your damp hair repeatedly for at least 10 times. Wait for about 16 minutes before rinsing it out. You can apply this treatment once, but it's most effective when you use it at least once every week to maintain the beautiful bright color. How to make the color of natural hair dye last longer. Once you've dyed your hair and it looks great, the last thing you want to be concerned about is the color fading. There are a few different ways to lengthen the life of your naturally dyed hair. You must limit your use of hot tools like hairdryers, straightening irons, and curling irons. When you do use hot styling tools, use a thermal protectant onto your hair. Cut back on taking hot showers, and skip washing your hair whenever possible. You can use a water filter in your shower, which will help to filter out color-draining chemicals like chlorine and heavy metals. If you don't want to break out the beet juice or the henna, natural hair dyes are readily available for purchase. These hair dyes claim to be manufactured without the toxic chemicals of traditional hair dyes, but you should check the label before you purchase one of them. You want to avoid ingredients like parabens, ammonia, and sulfates. Traditional hair dyes are filled with chemicals that can have toxic effects on your body. The harsh chemicals in traditional hair dyes can be the cause skin irritation and damage your hair. If it's at all possible to use a more natural alternative, your hair will thank you in the long run.